It's an evil Christmas. Resident Evil 2. Would you look at that? We got Leon, we got I think Claire, and they're in the city, guys. I think so. I think they're in the city, guys. So let's go to the back. Uh, a rookie cop's first day on the job, a student searching for her missing brother, a city on the verge of collapse. Yeah, we got Leon with a knife fighting off some zombie guy. A completely reimagined award-winning horror classic play individual campaigns as Leon S. Kennedy and Claire Redfield explore a stunningly rebuilt Raccoon City infested with terrifying zombies. Alright, I got that right. Yeah, so that's Claire. There's a zombie, and I don't know who that is, but that's probably a character from the game. Yeah, and all that stuff on the back. Now let's go ahead and open up the game case, guys. I'm really excited to talk about Resident Evil. Alright, game case open, and you can now see the game case. There you go. There's Resident Evil 2, little typewriter, gun, some documents, and yeah, that's the game case. Yeah, okay, let's talk about Resident Evil 2, or honestly, this video is more gonna be like my experience with Resident Evil as in a whole. So, Resident Evil 2, have I played it? No. Here's the thing about me with Resident Evil. I'd say, as a franchise, Resident Evil has always been a series and or franchise that I've always known about. This is not like the first time I've ever owned a Resident Evil game. I remember funnily enough, I have absolutely no idea how I even obtained it, but I had Resident Evil 6 on the PS3. I never played it, I think more than like 30 minutes, then I put the game down and never played it again. But hey, that's Resident Evil. That was the first ever one I played. I know it is because I only have when you only have 3 Resident Evil games, it's kind of hard to forget which was the first one you ever played, especially when the second one you haven't played it yet. But hey, my experience with Resident Evil 6, nothing much. I can't really give you anything about that game because I haven't actually experienced it in any way, shape, or form. Then there's Resident Evil 4, my all-time favorite, even though I've never played it. But hey, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Without even needing to play Resident Evil, I can already tell you, yeah, of course it has the fan backup. Everyone knows what Resident Evil 4 is. It's literally the most popular one. But just Leon in Resident Evil 4 is just such an iconic character, man. You just can't get more iconic than Leon from the original Resident Evil 4 game. Which, if I'm going to be honest with you, if I ever had the choice between what would be the first Resident Evil game I would sit down and actually play it fully, it's probably gonna be Resident Evil 4. Not the remake, because I do still want to buy the remake, of course, but honestly, I'm more so interested. I've always been more interested in the original Resident Evil 4. So if I ever do, I'm honestly probably just going to end up playing the original. Even if I did have the remake, I'd honestly is still more interested in just playing the original on Steam, which I have. I've had it on Steam for a long time, but I just have never actually played the game. So yeah, that's something. And yeah, so I guess now we'll talk about Resident Evil 2, which is the last Resident Evil game, and technically the newest one I brought, because this is of course, even though I've had this game sitting on my bed since 2024, and it's almost 2025, so I've almost had this thing for almost a year, but hey, I'm finally getting to it now, which is well, I guess I technically did buy it more recently, but I brought this thing a long time ago. It's been sitting for a while. So in terms of Resident Evil 2, Leon, love Leon. I feel Resident Evil 2 is also a big Resident Evil game. I'm pretty sure lots of people like Resident Evil 2. I think, and yeah, I can't I guess also Resident Evil 2 has also been a game that's also kind of stood out to me a little bit, and it is also a game that I'm definitely interested in playing. Most definitely after I played 4, it was no, you can't play 4 before 2. You need to know the lore. I don't care about the lore. I want to play Resident Evil 4. So I don't know if there's any kind of lore implications that you need to fully enjoy Resident Evil 4, but honestly, I don't really care too much. I'm just gonna honestly end up playing Resident Evil 4 because that's the one that I want to play. It has Leon, the iconic Leon, guys. So yeah, I'll play Resident Evil 4 most likely, and then most likely sometime after that I'll play Resident Evil 2, because I have honestly no plans to play Resident Evil 6. So yeah, that game's kind of dead. I'm honestly, I have no plans to play that game. So yeah, that's that. In terms of what the Resident Evil franchise has been doing recently, as I'm pretty sure most people know about Resident Evil used to be a third-person survival horror game, but I'm pretty sure when Resident Evil Biohazard came out, that's when they decided, okay guys, we're no longer a 3D survival horror game, we're a first-person shooter now, and you know, that's how it's been, I think. You know, first we had that game, then we had Village, and also Village, I always want to say, Ethan Winters in Village. Village is definitely a game that I would like to play, but like, man, I've already seen 3 whole Let's Plays of the game. Like, there's nothing that could surprise me while playing the game anymore, so, like, it is a game that I've been interested in, but like, there's literally no point, man. Like, I've already seen so many Let's Plays of the game that it would be kind of pointless to play Resident Evil Village, honestly. But hey, you know, maybe one day I will, but honestly, I'm more so, as I said, like, since I don't know anything about Resident Evil 4 or 2, since I've never seen any Let's Plays of those games, I'm much more interested in playing those games first over, like, Village, even though it is one that I'm interested in, but, you know, whatever. So, yeah, in terms of Resident Evil, I think, honestly, I'm pretty sure I hit all, like, the big things, you know, the transformation of what these games became. You know, I crowned my definitive favorite Resident Evil game, and yeah, so, you know, there's not really much more for me to talk about here, in terms of Resident Evil, so, who knows, I don't know, that's kind of it. So, yeah, guess that's it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this Christmas Resident Evil 2 video. I really hope I can upload this thing before Christmas is over. It'd be kind of weird if I add this and like it's not on Christmas, but whatever, man. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this Resident Evil 2 video, and goodbye.